Hey everybody, it's January 20th, 2021. Yesterday, news broke that Hall of Fame pitcher Don Sutton passed away at the age of 75 after a battle with cancer. His death was on the night of January 18th, and again, news broke on the 19th. We're going to talk about the numerology of both these dates and how it's significant to both Don Sutton and the Los Angeles Dodgers, who won the most recent 2020 World Series. We start with the Pythagorean Gematria of Don Sutton's full name, Donald Howard Sutton. Notice how this sums to 75 in reduction, the age at which he died. Sutton died on January 18th, written 1/18. Using the reverse alphabetic order, Cancer equals 118, also a number of death in the Jewish or Latin ciphers. In the alphabetic order, pitcher Don Sutton equals 221. His death falls in the first month of the year 2021. Next, I want to focus on the fact that Sutton played most of his major league career with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Notice how he spent 15 years with the team prior to becoming a journeyman throughout most of the 80s. He then returned to the Los Angeles Dodgers for one season back in 1988, his last year in the league. What's curious about this is that 1988 was the last time the Los Angeles Dodgers won the World Series prior to this past season in 2020. The date of Sutton's death, January 18th, can also be written 18/1, as it is in most of the world. Using the standard alphabetic order, Los Angeles Dodgers equals 181. In the reverse alphabetic order, the date April 2nd equals 181. 181 is the 42nd prime number. And think about how April 2nd is written, 4/2, like the number 42. Well, April 2nd is Don Sutton's birthday. And notice how the name Don Sutton has matching gematria with 42. Dying on a date that aligns with the 42nd prime number. Sutton was also born in the year 45. This is the value of Dodgers in Pythagorean with the S exception. Now, in that same cipher, Donald Howard Sutton sums to 84. If you measure from the date that the Dodgers won the World Series last season, which completed on October 27th, to the date of his death and the date of the news story, subsequently the next day, you get a measurement of 84 days. What's also worth noting is that the news of his death broke on the 19th day of the year. Using the alphabetic order, this is the value of both Sutton and Los Angeles, 109. The name Sutton also 19 in reduction. And as I commonly discuss on my videos, the number 1919 is a very significant eclipse number connected to the 1331 code, as I discuss in this linked post. Sutton's death fell a span of 36 days after the only total solar eclipse of 2020. And in both of our reduction methods, the word Dodgers sums to 36. Remember, back at the end of the World Series, we had that story about Justin Turner and how he was diagnosed with COVID literally in the middle of the game, which is a ridiculous story. But the numerology here was fascinating. On the date of that diagnosis, again, this was Game 6 of the World Series where the Dodgers clinched. Justin Turner was pulled from the game 3 weeks and 6 days before his 36th birthday. And now here we get the death of Don Sutton, a span of 36 days after this total solar eclipse. And the reason 19 is a big eclipse number, again, is because the moon has a 19-year cycle where it'll appear in the same spot in the sky in the same phase every 19 years, almost exactly. Don Sutton's son, Darren, is also in the Major League Baseball business. He's been a play-by-play announcer for 3 different Major League teams. And what's interesting about this man's birth date is that if you measure from October 21st to the death of his father, it was 2 months and 28 days. The name Donald Howard Sutton sums to 228, using the standard alphabetic order. Remember, he died at the age of 75. The word death has gematria of 228, but notice how Los Angeles Dodgers equals 89. Two months and 28 days after his son Darren's birthday is also 89 days. And 89 appears to be a number that was coded on Don Sutton. Notice how his last Major League appearance was on August 9th, or 8-9. This is a number of kill in English gematria. But 89 is connected to the Dodgers in another fashion. Consider how 89 is the 24th prime number. And in Jewish gematria, Dodgers equals 240. The date of Sutton's death had a life lesson number of 24. And also think about his birthday, April 2nd, the second day of the 4th month, 2-4. And if you actually measure from his Major League debut back in the year 66 to the date of his death, you even get 20,004 days. Finally, I also want to point out Darren Sutton, his son's primary birth numerology of 119. This is the gematria of Rancho Mirage, California, where Don Sutton passed away. And news of his death broke on January 19th, like 119. The number 119 is closely connected to these prime factors of 7 times 17. And his son Darren had the digits 717 in his age. Also notice the 187, which of course we know is a homicide code to go along with the 717. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Peace, love, God bless. Talk to you next time. See ya.